Jai Hind friends, welcome to Kalyani IS Academy. In this lecture we will study circulatory system. Now start the lecture and understand what is circulatory system. See, all living organisms requires nutrients in the form of food, oxygen and water. So nutrients in the form of food, second oxygen and third water for their survival. And these items, nutrients, oxygen and water, needs to be transported to the other parts of the body such as tissues, organ as well as organ system. And for their transportation or for the transportation of nutrients, oxygen and water, there is a circulatory system, right? And this circulatory system transports nutrients, oxygen and water to the different parts of the body such as tissues or organs, right? Also, after the metabolic activity or metabolic process, many metabolic waste also metabolic waste is produced also, and this metabolic waste needs to be brought the site from where this may be eliminated out, for an example kidneys or lungs. And the circulatory system also responsible for the transportation of this metabolic wastes to the site from where this can be eliminated out. And for the transportation of these nutrients, oxygen and water as well as the transportation of metabolic waste, there is a group of organ which is known as a circulatory system, right? So simply we can say that there is a system for the transport of various nutrients, minerals, hormones, gases, excretory substances or metabolic waste in the body of multicellular animals or humans, which is known as circulatory system. और सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम में जो ब्लड है, राइट, उसका एक सर्टेन डायरेक्शन में ही फ्लो होता है और ब्लड का जो पंपिंग है वो किसके द्वारा की जाती है? हार्ट के द्वारा की जाती है. अगर हम सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम की डेफिनेशन अगर देखें तो द सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम कंसिस्ट्स ऑफ अ नेटवर्क ऑफ आर्टरीज, veins and capillaries with the heart pumping blood through it. Its primary role is to provide essential nutrients, minerals and hormones to various parts of the body. राइट, आल्सो जो जितने भी टॉक्सिन्स होते हैं, मेटाबॉलिक वेस्ट होते हैं, राइट, उनको भी उस साइड तक लाया जाता है जहां से उनको एलिमिनेट आउट कर दिया जाता है. सो इन दिस वे वी हैव अंडरस्टूड व्हाट इज circulatory system, what is the importance of circulatory system. And circulatory system is most important because if there is absence of circulatory system, तो उससे जो जितने भी required nutrients हैं, minerals हैं, उनका एक organ से दूसरे organ तक जो है transport नहीं हो पाएगा. साथ ही साथ there is a accumulation of toxins और metabolic waste in our body parts, और वो भी हमारी बॉडी की फंक्शनिंग को क्या करेगा? इफेक्ट करेगा, राइट. सो सिंपली जो सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम की डेफिनेशन है उससे ही हम सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम के जो है इंपॉर्टेंस को समझ सकते हैं, right? So simply we can say that there is a system for the transport of various nutrients, minerals, hormones, gases and excretory substances or metabolic waste in the body of multicellular animals or humans, which is known as circulatory system. And the circulatory system in human consists of a network of arteries, veins, capillaries with the heart pumping the blood through it. And the primary function of the circulatory system is to provide essential nutrients, minerals, hormones to various parts of the body or various organs of the body. This circulatory system is also responsible for collecting the metabolic waste or toxins from the cells and tissues to be purified or expelled from the body. The circulation of blood in the body is always in a certain direction, and the circulation is pumped by the heart in human. अब एमपीपीएससी जो है प्रीलिम्स के लिए आपको ये फैक्ट यहाँ से याद रखना है. First fact is the blood circulation was discovered by William Harvey, and this question has been asked in various examination, right? Different times, right? So the blood circulation or the circulatory system was discovered by William Harvey. Now understand different types of circulatory system. So there are mainly two types of circulatory system. The first is open circulatory system and second is closed circulatory system, right? The first is open circulatory system, right? Now you know that there is a fluid which is blood, राइट और इसी ब्लड के माध्यम से ही जो न्यूट्रिएंट्स हैं या न्यूट्रिएंट्स हैं, हार्मोन्स हैं, गैसेस हैं या मेटाबॉलिक जो वेस्ट है उसको ट्रांसपोर्ट किया जाता है. एंड दिस ब्लड इज ट्रांसपोर्टेड, राइट, दिस ब्लड इज ट्रांसपोर्टेड फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर प्लेस. इफ दिस ब्लड इज ट्रांसपोर्टेड और सर्कुलेटेड, राइट, विद इन द ब्लड वेसल्स और ब्लड कैपिलरीज, तो उसको ही हम क्या कहेंगे, क्लोज्ड सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम कहेंगे, क्योंकि उसमें जो ब्लड का फ्लो होता है वो कैपिलरीज में या ब्लड वेसल्स में होता है. और जब किसी ऑर्गेनिज्म में ब्लड सर्कुलेशन, राइट, ब्लड कैपिलरीज में या ब्लड वेसल्स में नहीं होगा तो उसको ही क्या कहेंगे, ओपन सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम कहेंगे. सो दिस इज द डिफरेंस. See, open circulatory system is a circulatory system in which the blood stays in the blood vessels for some time and finally blood comes from the blood vessels to the open space of the body, right? तो दो चांसेस होते हैं, या तो जो ब्लड है वो बॉडी के ओपन स्पेस में ही आ जाता है या फिर ब्लड वेसल्स में कुछ समय के लिए ही रहता है. तो द सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम इन विच blood stays in the blood vessels for some time and finally blood comes from the blood vessels to the open space is known as open circulatory system. जो ओपन सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम होता है, इन द ओपन सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम द ब्लड रिमेन्स इन डायरेक्ट कॉन्टेक्ट विद द ऑर्गन्स, नॉट इन द ब्लड वेसल्स. And in this circulatory system, blood circulates at low pressure, right? Now from this fact, a question may be asked in the examination. In which type of circulatory system blood flows at low pressure? Your option would be open circulatory system, closed circulatory system, option C both of them, option D none of the above. So your answer would be low pressure, right? So in open circulatory system blood circulates at low pressure and low speed. For an example, the blood circulatory system which is found in cockroach, right, insect and spider, right? Next हो जाएगा यहाँ पर closed circulatory system. The blood circulatory system in which blood flows in blood vessels. For an example, arteries, veins and blood capillaries. So the circulatory system in which blood flows in blood vessels is known as closed circulatory system. And in this, blood flows at high pressure and at high speed. In this, the exchange of substances takes place through the tissue fluid. This type of circulatory system is found in all vertebrates, right, and human, right? तो एक चीज आपको ये भी याद रखनी है यहाँ पर, which type of circulatory system is found in humans? That is closed circulatory system, right? As well as human के साथ ही साथ all vertebrates में भी जो है पाया जाता है. So this type of circulatory system is found in all vertebrates or human. Closed circulatory system is found in humans in all vertebrates in which blood flows in small and large blood vessels, artery or vein. For an example, birds, mammals and humans में जो circulatory system होता है वह closed circulatory system ही होता है. Now we will study human circulatory system. So definition you know, the human circulatory system. The human circulatory system consists of a network of arteries, veins and capillaries with the heart pumping blood through it. Right? तो एक तो आर्टरीज होती हैं, आर्टरीज क्या है, इनको आगे जाके हम बहुत अच्छे से समझेंगे। फिलहाल में क्या क्या कंपोनेंट होते हैं, आर्टरीज होती हैं, वेन्स होती हैं, कैपिलरीज होती हैं, एज वेल एज हार्ट जो कि ब्लड की क्या करता है, पंपिंग करता है। So the human circulatory system consists of a network of arteries, veins, capillaries with the heart pumping blood through it, and the primary role of human circulatory system is to provide essential nutrients, minerals, gases, hormones to the various parts of the body and collect the metallic waste and toxins from the various parts of the body. The features of circulatory system. What are the different features? The first is human circulatory system consists of blood, heart, blood vessels and lymph. Right? This type of question may be asked in the examination. Which is not the component of human circulatory system? Option A, heart. Option B, blood vessels. Option C, lungs. Option D, blood. Then you must come to know the lungs are not the part of or components of the circulatory system. So human circulatory system consists of blood, heart, blood vessels and lymph. The human circulatory system circulates blood through two loops, राइट और ये भी आपको याद रखना कितने लूप होते हैं, 2 लूप होते हैं। वन फॉर ऑक्सीजनेटेड, इसको ही क्या कहा जाता है, प्योर वाटर कहा जाता है, एंड अनदर फॉर डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड जिसको कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड या जिसको इम्प्योर ब्लड कहा जाता है, राइट, इम्प्योर ब्लड। सो इम्प्योर ब्लड इज नथिंग बट डीऑक्सीजनेटेड और carbon dioxide mixed blood, and pure blood is oxygenated or oxygen mixed blood, right? So the human circulatory system circulates blood through 2 loops, one for oxygenated blood or pure blood and another for deoxygenated blood. The human circulatory system possesses a body wide network of blood vessels. These comprise arteries, veins and capillaries. Now organs of circulatory system. The human circulatory system comprises 4 main organs that have specific roles and functions, right? So the human circulatory system comprises 4 main organs. The first is blood, right? The first is blood, second is heart, third is blood vessels and fourth lymphatic system, right? So in this lecture we will study A to Z about blood, right? Because it is not possible to study heart, blood vessels in this single lecture and blood circulation. So in this lecture we would focus blood particularly, then in the upcoming lecture we will study about heart, blood vessels, we would study about artery, veins, right, and blood circulation. So let's study the blood. The first is blood. See, blood is a connective tissue and natural colloid. What is colloid, right? तो colloid को जब हम फिजिक्स में पढ़ते हैं, right? तो जो colloid है, right? Colloid is a heterogeneous mixture, but इसमें जो सोल्यूट के पार्टिकल्स हैं वो इतने स्मॉल होते हैं कि हमें पूरा का पूरा जो मिक्सचर है वो होमोजीनियस लगता है, उसको ही क्या कहा जाता है, कोलाइड कहा जाता है। सो कोलाइड इज अ हेट्रोजीनियस मिक्सचर बट the particles of solute are so small that, right, when we see this mixture, right, this seems to be homogeneous, right, this is known as colloid. So it is a natural colloid like milk, right? So blood is a natural colloid and it is connective tissue, right? So in the previous lecture we have studied about the tissues. So this is fluid connective tissue, right? So blood is, right, blood is connective tissue and natural colloid, and blood flows through the blood vessels like arteries, right, veins, Blood transports the digested food from the small intestine to the parts of the body. क्योंकि जो small intestine होती है इसी में food का क्या होता है, digestion होता है. So the process of digestion is completed in the small intestine, right? And the digested food or glucose is absorbed by the villi and later it is added to the blood. राइट और ब्लड में जब वो है ग्लूकोज क्या हो जाता है, मिल जाता है, तो उसको ब्लड के द्वारा ही क्या किया जाता है, ट्रांसपोर्ट किया जाता है. सो ब्लड इज अ कनेक्टिव टिश्यू एंड नेचुरल कोलाइड. Blood flows through the blood vessels like arteries and veins, and blood transports the digested food or glucose from the small intestine to the parts of the body. Blood also transports oxygen from the lungs to the cells of the body. Blood also transports the waste material to the site to be removed from the body. Blood is a alkaline colloid, right, with a pH value of 7.4, and this have been asked in the examination. What is the pH value of blood? That is 7.4. Therefore, blood is alkaline, right? So blood is a alkaline colloid with a pH value of 7.4, and on average 5 to 6 liter blood is found in a mature adult. Right? So on average 5 to 6 liter of blood are found in an adult human. The blood is mainly made up of two components. First is plasma and second is blood cells. Right? So let's study about plasma. Now many questions are asked from this topic. Right? तो जो first question ये हो जाएगा कि what is plasma? Second thing is that plasma is used for which purpose? Third thing, what is the concentration of plasma in the blood? These types of points you have to keep in your mind. So the first thing is that plasma accounts for about 55% of the total blood volume of a human, right? Which means that 45% volume is of blood cells and 55% is of plasma. So plasma accounts for about 55% of the total blood volume of a human. It is a light yellow, viscous and slightly alkaline liquid. Most of the plasma, approximately 90%, is water. Right? So most of the plasma, approximately 90% of the plasma is water. Rest of the 10% is protein, right? Or we can say that salts. So most of it, about 90%, is water and salt, right? Salt as well as some protein are also constitute the plasma. In addition to the water, it contains proteins and organic and inorganic substances. What is the function of plasma? Right? So there are two main functions of plasma. The first is plasma transports digested food in the body. And second thing that second function is that it transports CO2, hormones and metallic waste. See, when we will study about the blood cells, so clearly blood, right? So there are two important components of the blood. First is plasma, right? And plasma accounts for 55% is the 55% is volume of the total volume of the blood, and second is blood cells. 45% is volume of the total volume of the blood, right? The plasma is responsible for the carrying out digested food as well as CO2 and hormones, whereas there are three types of blood. The first is RBC, second is WBC and third is blood platelets. RBC is responsible for carrying out oxygen, right? So oxygen is carried out throughout the body by red blood cells or RBCs, right? WBCs WBCs perform the defensive, right? Or we can say that WBCs WBCs make the defense system of the blood cells, and जो blood platelets are responsible for blood clotting, right? So blood clotting. So these are the four functions of the blood you have to keep in your mind. This is asked in the examination, right? So it is clear what is the function of plasma, right? Plasma transports digested food in the body. Second, plasma transports CO2, hormones as well as metabolic waste. There are three types of proteins found in plasma. The first is globulin, right? Globulin protein is found in plasma, which is useful in building in the immune system. Clear? So globulin, right? Globulin is the protein which is found in the plasma, which is useful in building the immune system of the human body. Second, albumin. Albumin is useful in controlling osmosis of various substances. And third, fibrinogen. Fibrinogen is a protein which is found in plasma and which is useful in blood clotting, right? This question have been asked in railway examination, right? So fibrinogen is responsible for blood clotting, but this fibrinogen protein is found in plasma. Now let's study about blood cells, right? So at first, blood cells comprises 45% volume of the total volume of the blood, right? So blood cells constitute 45% volume of the total volume of the blood, and there are three types of bloods. There are three types of blood cells. First is erythrocytes known as RBCs, second leukocytes WBCs, and thirds are platelets, right? So blood cells constitute 45% volume of the total volume of the blood, and these are three types, right? Erythrocytes, right? Erythrocytes, which are commonly known as RBCs, leukocytes, which are commonly known as WBCs, and third, platelets. Now we will study about RBC, WBC and platelets, and we have to keep in the mind, right, which is the from where the RBCs are produced in body. Second, where are the, right, which is the what is the function of RBC, and third thing is that what is the specific characteristics of RBCs. वैसे ही हमको जो है WBC को पढ़ना है, and in the same way we have to study platelets. So let's study about the blood cells, right? First thing is that, right, these cells are spherical, right? RBCs or erythrocytes, right? RBCs or erythrocytes are such blood cells which are spherical in shape, and the nucleus is absent in them. This is the most important fact. Normally we have studied that there is a nucleus in cells, right? And those cells which is having a nucleus are known as eukaryotic cells, right? But जो RBCs हैं ये डेवलप्ड और इवॉल्व सेल होती हैं. डिस्पाइट दिस इनमें जो है न्यूक्लियस नहीं पाया जाता है. तो RBCs आर स्फेरिकल सेल्स in shape and the nucleus is absent in RBC. The red color of the blood is due to the red pigment called hemoglobin. RBCs का जो red color होता है वो hemoglobin की वजह से ही होता है, right? So ये थ्री जो है आपको जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स हैं ये आपको याद रखना है. So RBCs are spherical in shape. The nucleus is absent in RBCs, and the red color of the RBC is due to the red pigment which is known as hemoglobin. What is the function of RBC? Right? RBC carry and transport O2. Right? RBC carry and transport O2. Actually, the hemoglobin which is found in RBC, right? Hemoglobin HV, right? This HV forms a compound oxyhemoglobin with oxygen, right? So this hemoglobin forms a compound oxyhemoglobin with oxygen, and in the form of oxyhemoglobin these RBC carry and transport oxygen in human body. They are produced in the red bone marrow, and in the previous lecture I have told you that the large and thick bones, right, the space in the large and thick bones is known as bone marrow, and there is a liquid which is found in the marrow cavity is known as bone marrow, and the red bone marrow is found at the end of this marrow cavity, and RBCs are produced from red bone marrow, right? So these RBCs are produced in the red bone marrow, right? Red bone marrow, while the liver during the embryonic stage, तो जनरल स्टेज में ये RBC जो हैं वो रेड बोन मेरो से प्रोड्यूस होती हैं, वाइल इन दैट वाइल जो है लीवर में प्रोड्यूस होती हैं एम्ब्रायोनिक स्टेज में, राइट? RBCs die in the spleen. The lifespan of RBC is 20 to 120 days, right? The normal pH level of the blood is between 7.3 to 7.45. Therefore, blood is alkaline cholite, right? Now we will study WBCs. See, WBCs are such blood cells which are irregularly shaped, right? जो RBCs होती हैं वो spherical in shape में होती हैं, whereas WBCs, तो WBCs are such cells which are irregularly shaped. Also, WBCs have nucleus, and the number of WBCs is less than that of RBCs, right? And the ratio of RBC and WBC is 901, right? So this is the ratio of RBC and WBC in human body. So WBC are irregularly shaped, WBC have nucleus, and the number of WBC is less than that of RBC, and the ratio of RBC and WBC is 901. What is the function of WBC? WBC protect the body from infection, right? As and when a foreign particle enters the human body, right? T lymphocytes produce WBC and protects the body from the infection. This is the main function of WBC. So WBC protects the body from infection, right? And WBC are the largest of the blood cells. There are three types of blood cells: RBC, WBC and platelets. Among these three cells, WBCs are the largest of the blood cells, and the monocyte WBC. The monocyte WBC is the largest white blood cell, right? So monocyte WBC is the largest blood cell in human body. Lymph cells are an important component of WBC and the smallest WBC. तो जो lymph cells होती हैं, lymph cells are important कंपोनेंट ऑफ द WBC, और साथ ही साथ जो लिम्फ सेल्स होती हैं वो स्मॉलेस्ट होती हैं. तो सबसे पहली चीज जो WBC है, RBC है और प्लेटलेट्स है. अमंग दीज थ्री WBC आर द लार्जेस्ट ब्लड सेल्स. अमंग वाइट सेल्स जो WBC है आर द लार्जेस्ट ऑफ ब्लड सेल्स. अमंग WBC, monocyte is the largest white blood cell and lymph cell is the smallest WBC. There are two types of lymph cells. First is T lymphocytes and second is B lymphocyte. So B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte, and T lymphocyte is most important for our defense system because as and when a foreign pathogen or foreign particle enters to human body, T lymphocytes get activates, right? तो जो T lymphocyte है वो activate हो जाती हैं, and T lymphocyte की वजह से ही WBC का प्रोडक्शन होता है, and our body is protected by the WBC, right, from the infection. WBC are produced by lymph nodes, spleen, right, thymus gland as well as yellow bone marrow, right. So mostly WBC are produced from yellow bone marrow, but along with the yellow bone marrow, they are produced by lymph node, spleen, thymus gland and yellow bone marrow, and this question have been asked in the UPSC examination. So you have to keep in the mind, along with yellow bone marrow, WBCs are produced by lymph nodes, spleen, thymus gland as well, right. The WBC form antibodies and antibody proteins. WBC form antibodies and antibody proteins and play an important role in the body's immune system. As and when a pathogen enters our body, T lymphocyte activates, right, and this activation is necessary for our immune system. Clear? Now platelets. What are the platelets? See, platelets are such blood cells which are colorless, because one is white color blood cells, another is red blood color cell, right, and platelets. So platelets are such blood cells which are colorless. So platelets are such blood cells which are colorless. The nucleus is absent in them. So the nucleus is absent in RBC as well as in platelets, and nucleus is present in WBC. Platelets are helpful in blood coagulation, repair of blood vessels and protect the body from the infection, right. So these platelets are responsible for blood coagulation, and this is most important for the survival of humans, because or for example, you are going and you got an injury, and because of this injury there is a smallest hole in your skin. Then if there is a hole, then your blood जो blood है, the blood will begin to come out from your body, and if you are not closing it, तो जो blood है वो loss होता रहेगा, and when there is a blood loss, आपकी क्या हो जाएगी, death हो जाएगी. But because of the blood coagulation, if there is a smallest hole, तो वो because of blood coagulation के ही क्या हो जाता है, fill हो जाता है, and because of smallest injury, right, there is not a blood loss. Clear? Now we will study functions of blood. This is also important. What are the different functions of the blood, right? So if you have studied this lecture, if you have studied plasma, RBC, WBC, blood platelets, then you can answer the then you can answer this question, what are the functions of blood, and you can understand this easily, right. So let's revise the topic and study what are the different functions of blood. The first is transportation, right. So blood transports O2, CO2, hormones, right, digested food as well as metabolic wastes to the different organs of the body. Second, prevention of diseases. So as I told you, as and when a foreign pathogen enters our body, T lymphocyte activates and T lymphocyte activates and वो एंटीबॉडीज के प्रोडक्शन में इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करती हैं. इन दिस वे there is a strong defense system, and this defense system neutralize the toxic, foreign and incompatible substances and break them down. Third is cleansing of the body, right. WBCs of our blood eats and destroys the broken dead cells, waste और debris. तो चूंकि जो WBCs हैं, WBCs feed on dead cells, waste cells और debris. Therefore these clean our body or these clean our blood. Fourth हो जाएगा control of body temperature. See, when blood temperature rises as a result of rapid metabolism in more active parts, right, when we run and we do any physical activity, we require energy, and for this we take इन शॉर्टर ऑफ द टाइम, और उससे हमारा टेम्परेचर क्या हो जाता है, इंक्रीज हो जाता है, और हमारे जो टेम्परेचर है उसको मेंटेन करने में जो ब्लड है वो इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है। तो कंट्रोल ऑफ द ब्लड टेम्परेचर, व्हेन बॉडी टेम्परेचर राइजेस एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ rapid metabolism in the more active parts, the blood controls the body temperature by flowing more in the blood vessels of the skin. Fifth, genetic role. The blood antigens play an important role at the genetic level, and जो genetic जो blood antigens होते हैं वो एक पीढ़ी से दूसरी पीढ़ी में भी ट्रांसफर हो जाते हैं। तो the blood antigens plays an important role at the genetic level. Next is control of blood pressure. Blood maintains control of blood pressure by changing its volume and viscosity, right? According to our physical workout, according to our physical workout, हमारे नर्वस सिस्टम के द्वारा ही जो ब्लड का वॉल्यूम है और विस्कोसिटी है उसमें चेंजेस होते हैं, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ द चेंजेस इन वॉल्यूम एंड viscosity, blood controls the blood pressure. Next is transport of food substances. See that the process of digestion get completed in small intestine, and the bilies which are present in our small intestine absorb the digested food or glucose from the small intestine and add it to the blood, and through blood this food is the digested food or glucose is transported to the different parts of the body such as cells, tissues and organs. Next, removal of excretory substances, right? After completing different metabolic activities, huge amount of debris or metabolic waste is produced, and this metabolic waste is brought to the site from where this waste is eliminated out from the body. Therefore, blood is also plays an important role in the removal of excretory substances. Next, coordination of endocrine system. See, there are many glands which secrete hormones, and hormones, right? Hormones जो हैं कई functions को क्या करते हैं, कई functions को control करते हैं, right? So along with central nervous system, endocrine system also controls different activities of ह्यूमन बॉडी, राइट? एंड जो एंडोक्राइन सिस्टम होता है, एंडोक्राइन सिस्टम में जो ग्लैंड्स होती हैं, एंडोक्राइन सिस्टम में जो ग्लैंड्स हैं वो हार्मोन्स को सेक्रेट करती हैं, एंड हार्मोन्स गेट मिक्स्ड इन ब्लड, एंड थ्रू ब्लड जो हार्मोन्स हैं वो डिफरेंट बॉडी पार्ट्स तक क्या होते हैं, पहुंचते हैं, और वहीं पर एक्टिवेट होकर उस फंक्शंस को परफॉर्म करने में अपना इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करते हैं, राइट? ब्लड builds the immune system as and when a foreign particle or pathogen enters our human body. T lymphocyte activates, and जो T lymphocyte हैं वो एंटीबॉडीज के प्रोडक्शन के लिए क्या करती हैं, जो है प्रेरित करती हैं टी या एंटीजन या एंटीबॉडीज के प्रोडक्शन में इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करती हैं. इन दिस वे जो इम्यून सिस्टम है वो क्या होता है, तैयार होता है. Next is clotting. The clotting of blood on wound stops the flow of blood loss, and the clotting of blood is responsible for not right, जो blood clotting है वो blood loss के लिए क्या होता है, important होता है. तो the blood clotting is important for removing or controlling the blood loss, right? So these are the most important works of the blood, right? At last we will study coagulation of blood or blood clot, because this is also, right, this is also important, and from where many questions may be asked in the examination. See, generally what happens, right? Generally at general stage, जो ब्लड का कोगुलेशन है वो हमारी ब्लड वेसल्स में नहीं होता है, बट when there is a damaged blood vessels तो उसमें क्या होता है, blood clot form होता है. Therefore blood clotting is a complex process, right? तो blood clotting is a complex process because generally Generally, blood does not clot in blood vessel, but when blood starts flowing from a damaged blood vessel, the platelets present in it secrete a substance called thromboplastin. Therefore, it is a complex process. So normally, blood does not clot in a blood vessel, but when blood starts flowing from a damaged blood vessel, the platelets present in it secrete a substance known as thromboplastin, right? एंड दिस थ्रोम्बोप्लास्टिन, राइट, थ्रोम्बोप्लास्टिन जो है फिर वो आगे इस प्रोसेस में इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है. इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ थ्रोम्बोप्लास्टिन एंड कैल्शियम अ सब्सटेंस कॉल्ड प्रोथ्रोम्बिन, राइट, प्रेजेंट इन द ब्लड गेट्स कन्वर्टेड इनटू थ्रोम्बिन, राइट. तो जो प्रोथ्रोम्बिन है वो किस में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, थ्रोम्बिन में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, राइट. तो थ्रोम्बोप्लास्टिन प्रेजेंट इन द प्रोथ्रोम्बिन जो है किस में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, थ्रोम्बिन में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. थ्रोम्बिन कैटेलाइजेस द फाइब्रिनोजन प्रेजेंट इन द प्लाज्मा एंड कन्वर्ट्स इट इनटू इनसोल्यूबल फिब्रिल्स कॉल्ड फाइब्रिन. तो जो फाइब्रिनोजन है वो किस में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, फिब्रिन में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, राइट. नाउ द fibrin fibers form a wave in which blood cells are trapped and blood clot is formed. So in this way fibrin plus का RBCs, तो उससे क्या होता है, blood clot होता है. So this is the simple process, right? This is the simple process of blood clotting, right? So generally blood does not clot in blood vessel, but when blood starts flowing from a damaged blood cells, the platelets present in it secrete a substance called thromboplastin, right. So damaged tissue plus ka platelets secretion of thromboplastin. In the presence of thromboplastin and calcium, a substance known as prothrombin present in the blood gets converted into thrombin, right. So जो प्रोथ्रोम्बिन है वो किस में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, थ्रोम्बिन में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ थ्रोम्बोप्लास्टिन. नाउ थ्रोम्बिन कैटेलाइजेस द फाइब्रिनोजन जो कि एक प्रोटीन है, किस में पाया जाता है, प्लाज्मा में, एंड दिस फाइब्रिनोजन इज गेट कन्वर्टेड इनटू फाइब्रिन, राइट. तो फाइब्रिनोजन इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ थ्रोम्बिन गेट कन्वर्टेड इनटू फाइब्रिन. द फाइब्रिन form a wave in which blood vessels are trapped, और उससे ही क्या होता है, blood clot जो है वो form होता है. तो fibrin plus का RBC, right, the blood clot is formed, right. So in this way we have studied the blood clotting, right. So we have studied the one portion of circulatory system, that is blood. In the upcoming lecture we will study about heart and blood vessels, arteries and veins and the blood circulation, right. So we will meet in upcoming lecture. Till then, thank you.